Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So this is my first video on this channel as I recently started, and I just posted a shorts also about this topic. If you don't have much time, then you can watch that shorts. I will just add that link in the description or in the comment section. Okay. So I want to talk about the issue for the students which might they face, or they will be facing in the future whenever they just take their bachelor's if they are from the third world countries. Okay, so why I choose Germany over USA, UK. Of course, everyone tell in my home, in my friend circle, that you must go to USA, UK, or Australia or New Zealand. Of course, there is some much better opportunities there. We already had done all the things in the English in our home country. If I talk about Pakistan, okay, then all the things we are doing here is also like we are getting the things directly from the West. We are wearing their culture, we are following their tradition, their culture. So we are just West 2.0 in Pakistan. Okay, so I don't want to go into that rabbit hole, especially if I talk about these Anglosphere countries, because they it's my personal preference also. I choose Germany, and the reason why I hate USA UK is because of the ongoing things which are happening in the world, and I don't want to discuss here. We all know what they are doing. They just want, like, on record, on media, they are just giving us speeches of freedom, morality, ethics, but they don't follow any of thing. Okay, so that's my personal preferences. Of course, I need everyone has their own preferences, so I will not go in onto that topic. Okay, okay. So let's talk about why Germany. Okay, so first of all, if I talk about from the student's perspective, then I will talk about the jobs perspective. Then I will tell about if you are done from the job, from the studies, for the retirement. Then we will talk about that later, or maybe in another video. I will make another video and we will talk there. But first, let's go for the students and the job sector. See, in the USA, there is too much tuition and debt fees. You need to take student loans, and it's hard to repay there. Okay, same in the UK. So as far as I remember, when I was like making all the preparations for my masters, I realized like in the UK you need to pay like at least 13,000 to $15,000 per year for the master, where the master is 2 years. Okay, some private institutions offer master for of 1 year also, but oftenly there is masters of 2 years, 4 semesters overall the world, and it will just cost you in PKR 1 crore approximate. So it's too much like money for the people who are living in the Pakistan. Then same the case with Australia and New Zealand. While in the Germany there are private sectors, but rarely I see anyone prefer to go to the private one, and mostly people go to the zero tuition fees. There are TU9, you can say, universities in the Germany, like which are top 9 in the Germany, and they have also the good ranking overall. Like I guess on the scale of 1 to 100 overall the world, the universities are also in Germany, so they have zero tuition fees. Only fees you need to pay is your Deutschland-Ticket, which you need to pay so per semester, and there is a small contribution fees, which is a maximum around of 300 to 600 500, but for worst case it can go to 600 euro, but I rarely see 600. So minimum, you can say, I can, if I give the approximate range, and it is like 250 to 450 euro semester fees. Just you need to give this contribution semester fees. Okay, then if you talk about the labor laws and burnout, there is a too much hassle, there is too much overcomplicated things in the USA, UK. Okay, but for the worker protection there are some laws. If you want to like go in the Germany, okay, then health security, of course. Health security is one of the biggest, you can say, options people consider when they try to move to any other country from the South Asia, Middle East, like these kind of countries. So of course Germans or any person going in the Germany pay too much taxes, but they get so much in return while they live in the Germany for the healthcare, because you have healthcare insurance, you have travel insurance. So these kind of insurances will cover up your healthcare sector there. Then also about the public infrastructure, if I talk about social climate, so in the USA, UK, we have seen there is too much riots. There is no such thing of freedom of speech. There is no law there. Okay, so anyone who is saying US is safe, UK is safe, they are not just telling you the ground reality. Okay, of course, Germany, in some cities of Germany are also not safe if you go out after 8 or 9. So bad people are always there, but there are too much bad people in West countries. Okay, of course, German in Germany is too much important as English is for English countries. Or if you are applying from the Pakistan, then Urdu, in which we daily talk with each other, it is much more. It is important for our day-to-day conversations. So same is the case of German language. So whoever is coming to Germany, no matter on studies, no matter on even the Chancenkarte or on the work visa, they must do at least B1 to B2 German language. So that's the point which I want to point out in this section. Okay, so now, as I said earlier, there is too much tuition fees. So in the US, I just applied to in 2025. I applied to one university. I will not name them, of course. So they were like charging around $26,000 for a like master's degree, and that will also will be online, not on the on campus. So why I just need to waste my money there? Then I can afford, and I can get a high class and practical education in Germany. Okay, so that's the reason people are now going towards Germany. The second is, of course, your PSW, okay, post-work visa. So you will get 18-month post-work visa after you graduated from any university, well, state recognized university in Germany. You have 18 months to search for the job, and if you secure the job and if you meet the requirements of their residency, permanent residency, then you can just settle there. So that's the plus points of moving to Germany. While there is high risk of deportation in UK, so we all know what is happening in the UK and USA, where ICE is deporting people. They are like they have the authority to just like see to shoot. So they don't do the background checks. They just based on ethnicity, based on how they look, they are just killing people. So this is not the freedom. Okay, so we are living in the world where there is no such thing left now. Okay, so that's why I will tell all of you or all the students which are seeing this video, so please don't waste your money or your father's money or your family money if you are going to USA, UK, unless or until you don't have any scholarship, fully funded scholarship. I will prefer you to move to Germany. Okay, there are downsides of Germany also, of course, but in the 5 years, 6 years, you will see why I am saying this. Okay, so next, if we talk about the labor laws and the work culture, so I like work with the USA startups, work with the Dubai startups also. So like there is too much hustle culture there. Of course, they will pay you more. And if we talk about USD or Dubai currency, AED to PKR, then of course we have so much leverage here. But then there is too much unpaid overtime. There is too much job hustle there. Okay, and in the US, if you work hard, then you play hard. So that's the scheme they are doing. And the cost of living is also too much there. People can't able to afford there in the US, UK, while in the Germany, in 300 to 700 euros you can get a decent studio apartment also. So I was searching when I was applying for the masters in the Berlin. There is a city next to Berlin. There is studio department only for 750 euros, and it's like a fully furnished apartment with all the bells or like it's. So there is two kind of rents, cold and warm rent. So in the warm rent there are full you can say utilities included, and in the cold rent you need to pay your utilities. So it's warm rent, and in 650 to 700 euro you are just getting a full furnished apartment, whereas in the USA or in the UK, uh, like you need to pay around $1,000 plus to get this level of comfort. And so yeah, that's the reason. And there is also no labor laws, such labor laws. There is no job security in Germany. Okay, so that's the thing. And in Germany, the as far as the latest news which I have, they have increased our hourly work ages, and you can, as a student, you can earn 13.5 euro approximate, and by doing the odd jobs, or if you have some decent job, then you can make to 15, 20, maximum 25 euro per hour. And you can also take minimum paid vacations also 24 to 30 days, and there are also legally rest period and breaks. So that's why I will prefer to go to Germany. And one thing I just want to give a tip, you can say, always work with the Germans there, because they are like honest. First of all, they are hardworking and not do initially any job with Pakistanis or with any Indians, okay, because they will just ruin your life. They will not pay on time, okay. So that's the stories, that's what I had seen here. So that's why I will prefer, in the first you must stick to the Germans. You need to adopt first of all their culture, you need to see what problems they are facing. Then if you are okay, then just move to work with any Pakistanis there, but initially you don't need to work with any Pakistani there, or you will just cry all the day there, okay. And the next thing I need to talk about is, of course, the USA timeline is 9 to 5 job, then 6 to 7 you are stuck in the traffic, then from 7 to 8 p.m. the dinner, free time. So you have rarely 5 to 6 hours. Of course, everybody have their own priorities, everybody is doing their jobs. But in Germany, mostly people wake up at around 5:30 to 6 a.m. To get up early, to do breakfast, and then catch up trains to go to their work. And mostly the work is around approximately 8 to 2:30 p.m. And people, half of the population, like free at around, you can say, uh, 3 to 5 p.m. Okay, but mostly come home at around 3 p.m. So you have extensive time slots between 3 to 10 p.m. Where you can spend your quality time with your family, you can do hobbies, you can do anything you want. But one thing is, after 8 and 9 p.m. there will be a pitch dark silence here in Germany. Okay, you will be like, where the hell I am just now, okay. While in the US, UK, uh, there is so much nightlife there, but that's not the case in Germany, okay. So go to sleep early and get up early. So that's the rule people follow here. And of course, the economy, if I talk about the economy of the Germany, then Germany is one of the strongest economy in the Europe, in the whole Europe. And I think it's mostly because of their automobile industry, because they have Mercedes, then Volkswagen, then BMW. Okay, so these all automobile industries, the backbone of the Germany. They have free education, of course. They have also the government pay you from the taxes which they collect from you for your children. And you can also like legally sign the letter with the government, like, oh, you don't want to pay the tax, but then you will not like you will not have any luxuries provided by the government in terms of facilities provided by the government. You will not avail any kind of facilities. Okay, so that's the thing. Of course, maximum you can earn from one job is 4,000 euro per month, or maybe 6,000 euro if you are like a CEO or on a higher position. But roughly people make 3,200 to 4,000 euro per month. While in the US, of course, people are doing multiple jobs and there is too much hustle culture. But in the Germany, if people are doing one job and if their expenses are minimal, then they are happy. They are not worried about what will happen next. Okay, the rent is capped. Of course, there are some problems with the housing. I will discuss that later. So that's the economy wise if we compare US of the West and Germany. Then if we talk about the healthcare, so on every store you will go, you will find same regulated drug prices. Okay, and financial safety is also there. You Every German or every international student which is living in Germany, you need to have at least one health insurance. You need to have travel health insurance, and you need to have one insurance which pay you on your behalf if you break anything in the in the home or in the apartment in which you are living. So like if you break any chair, then uh, the insurance company will pay you on your behalf. So because I had seen the Germans, what they did when someone breaks their any piece of thing. Okay, so they don't like repair. So if I break any stool or if I break any table, then they will ask you to repay for the whole table. They will not ask you to just repay for the adjustment or for the repairment of the table. So they will just replace with a whole new you can say table or any refrigerator on the fridge. So that's why you just need to be careful. You must have insurance. Okay, liability insurance. So yeah, I don't remember the name exactly. So liability insurance, you must have health insurance, you must have travel insurance. So these insurances are helpful for your own belonging. And of course there are taxes. Like if you are earning 100K, then 40%, 30 to 40% of your income will go to taxes. But that taxes will provide you or will open much more opportunities for you, like for the pensions, for the job security, and for the free like transit, world-class transit infrastructure. Of course, we already hear like German trains are not on the time, but mostly trains are there free. Okay, for the students at least they are free. You can get Deutschland-Ticket in which you need to pay 63 euro per month. Okay, and I'll make a separate video on Deutschland-Ticket with which you can visit to which countries in which European, like in which European countries you can go from the Germany on Deutschland-Ticket. So that's the benefit of paying taxes there. Of course, you can like make a legal contract with the government and exempt from the taxes, but then you will not avail these kind of facilities. So these are the things every society must have. Then we all are aware of the German automobile industry, their German cars, they are built for quality. They are so much health conscious also. Okay, the Germans are, I had seen if I compare to US, UK, they are much more fit. They mostly prefer to do cycling. Okay, so these are the things which make them healthy. And cycling, people prefer as a hobby, and people also do cycling to commute from one place to another. So these are the things you will see totally different from US, UK. Then if I like talk about, of course, if you talk any hate, if you spread any hate, uh, which is not in favor of the German politics, which is not in favor of the German culture, then there might be chances you will get arrested there. There is minority tolerance, there is media objectivity there, okay, because we had already seen the Western Anglosphere is totally hyper polarized, okay. The media, every day their media just brainwashing you with the ideas, with the agendas that they want to implement in the world. Then the Islamophobia thing, okay, that is there. So that's why I don't want to go in the US, or I don't want to permanently settle there, okay. So, and the next thing I want to talk about is the German reality check. Of course, every country have their own pros and cons, but if I talk about the Germany, so recently there is some German political party CUDA, so they proposed like to make German B2 or C1 compulsory for the PR, not for the PR, but for the job. So the PR, they are trying to make it for the B2 from the B1 German. So that's the negative, and they're also planning to increase number of years. So initially there were 3 years, then 5 years, and now they are planning to do 8 years. But that bill is not yet passed. So English is not like you can say widely spoken in Germany. In the main, you can say in the main cities of the Germany, people speak English. Like if we talk about Islamabad, Lahore, Karachi, people speak Urdu and people speak English fluently. But in Germany, people will always try to go down to their roots. They will try to stick to their culture, which we as a Pakistani, we just lost our culture. Okay, so now don't give me lecture on, oh, bro, you are just giving some wrong facts. We all know the main reality, the ground reality. Okay, so don't just lecture me in the comment section now. So you must do German B1, B2 before coming to Germany. Otherwise, your survival will not be easy. Okay, then the bureaucracy is the worst problem here. Okay, and you need to wait too much for here for like some silly work also, okay, for the appointments, for the, you can say, if you need to go to the doctor, then you need to take the appointments 2 to 3 days in advance. If you like need to repair your car, then you need to book appointment before going to a mechanic. So that's the thing here. And government and the people and the employers, they rely heavily on paper and mail and in-person appointments rather than online or e-banking. Of course, there is people are now adopting to e-banking, e-commerce, so these kind of things. But Germans try to do things in person. Okay, so uh, you must have these things in the mind. And mostly people or the workers do cash in hand, okay. And also, like if you talk about the limited conveyance, then on the weekends you will be seeing like whole Germany is closed. So if you need to do groceries, then you must do from Monday to Friday or till Friday night before 8 p.m. Okay. Otherwise, on Saturday, Sunday, there will be a rest day. You will not find any, you can say, bakery or restaurants or shops will open in the market. So that's the thing which I love there. So like you need to work Monday to Friday, and then for 2 days you can just spend time with your day, or you can go to hiking, or you can visit any places you want in Germany. So that's the thing here. And the next thing I want to talk about is don't do any mistake or silly stuff on the weekend. Otherwise, your neighbor will call police on you. Of course, police will free yourself or just give you warning if they were being nice to you at the first point, but they will not like forgive you if you were warned second time. They will fine you. And I will also make a video on what things to do or what things not to do here in Germany. So I think that's These are the things which I kept in mind while applying to Germany, and that's why I choose going to Germany over USA, UK. Of course, language barrier is there, but I am trying to learn German. But keep in mind that going to Germany require patience. There are high taxes, but there will be reward in the end. There is too much effort you need to put in first 5 years, but you will get the fruit later. Okay, so yeah, these are the things, these are the points which I want to point out, so like I can share with you guys, so you can also keep your things ready, keep prepare your mind, prepare your family. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today, and in the next videos I will make a series of videos on how to apply to Germany, how to shortlist universities, what are the documents required, the attestation process from Pakistan if you are like coming for job, for studies. So yeah, that's whole stuff I will explain in the later videos. So that's for it today. Take care. Bye bye.